Peace. It's Equality Fragrances coming to you from PG County, Maryland. Welcome to my cipher. A cipher is a person, place, a thing within my circumference to understanding of a cipher. It's peace. For all those returned to my channel, I humbly appreciate your support. For all those new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified when I'm dropping some new videos. You already know that like button helps support the channel. So why don't you take this time out right now to elbow that like button. All right, now that that's done, come on in, sit down, and let's build. I just finished dropping a little funny comedy video with some truth to it. But I want to go ahead and finish knocking out these spring top 10s so I can get down back to just reviewing a fragrance. Anyway, today I'm gonna be giving you my top 10 designer fragrances that I look forward to wearing within my collection. These are not the best spring fragrances ever. These are the spring fragrances I personally own and I will wear this year. I look forward to it. I'm gonna be giving these a lot of burns. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you 2 honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1 is a flanker, and that is Issey Miyake Loaded Izzy Pour Homme Fresh. If you like the original DNA, this is more of a modern twist to it. Major player notes in here, you're gonna have grapefruit, you're gonna have bergamot. I get pink pepper, mint, vetiver is heavy in this, musk, and patchouli. You have other notes in there, but those are the major player notes throughout the life of the fragrance that's gonna really stand out. The grapefruit is very bright and very bitter. If you really don't like the bitterness of grapefruit within your fragrances, pass on this. But if you like the original DNA, to me, this is a good one for a fresh scent. This actually performs. I'm getting about 6.5, maybe 7 hours, give or take, depending on the weather and what's going on. Pretty good sillage and projection in the first 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. This is a nice one. It can be found for under 40 stripper ones. To me, it's a good and solid pickup, but it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, especially if you wasn't into the original DNA. Well, with that being said, honorable mention number 1, Loaded Izzy Pour Homme Fresh. Honorable mention number 2, both from the house of Armaf. You're gonna have Derby Clubhouse Blanche, and you're gonna have Armaf Craze. Let's start with Derby Clubhouse Blanche. This is a clone of Creed Silver Mountain Water. Yes, before anybody say, is it the best clone of Silver Mountain Water? No, but listen to me, people. 90% of people a good 70% of people you come across don't even know what Silver Mountain Water is. That's one. And for the people who do know what Silver Mountain Water is, only 1% gonna say, you're wearing a clone of Silver Mountain Water when they're smelling this off your skin. Now, if you put the things side by side, you can smell the differences. So if you want Silver Mountain Water, buy Silver Mountain Water. But if you cannot afford that, this is 16, 18 bucks. You cannot go wrong with it. It smells good, it works. Major note on major chords, you know, you got the black currant, you got the tea chord with the water notes, some citruses, some musk. This is a very solid, good fragrance. It has the metallic kind of nuance to it. But that's what Silver Mountain Water has, but it's a beautiful scent. For the price you pay for it, you can't go wrong. Again, is it the best? No, it doesn't matter. It smells good. The next one is Armaf Craze. I know everybody's doing a review on Al Harmain's Royal Stallion, I believe that's the name of it. But this was the original Parfums de Marly Pegasus clone. Smells just like it, and this is under $20. Now, if you are a person who loves presentations, then that Al Harmain is much better. This is trash presentation. First of all, I don't know what this is shaking, and every time you take it off, you're not holding it down, this cap comes off, so you're left looking with this. This is crap. But for those who never smelled Pegasus, what you get here is a very creamy, bitter almond with vanilla and major player's heliotrope. That's the major player with this. It's a nice almondy vanilla scent. Presentation is crap, but performance, projection, and scent is top notch. Under 20 stripper ones. This ain't even really stripper ones. This is some wings and a couple of Heinekens. Maybe. Very affordable. Honorable mention number 2, Armaf Craze and Armaf Derby Clubhouse Blanche. Coming in number 10, both of these are testers, so you know I got it for the low, man. Anyway, from the House of Guerlain, you have vetiver and vetiver extreme. Me personally, I prefer vetiver extreme more. You have a licorice note, you have some tarragon, some tonka, some woods, incense, lemon I believe might be in here, but this is a more dense and more modern take on vetiver. This is a classic. People say old fashioned. I prefer to call this a classic. It has some animalics in it, some tobacco, some rose. It has a lot of notes in it. If you are not a vetiver fan, pass on these two. I'm telling you now. If you smelled Tom Ford Great Vetiver and you was like, oh my God, it smells like my dad, get it away from me, pass. To me, I like this one a little bit better, but I do get that old school vibe, but vintage vibe from this. But if you a vetiver fan, you have to have both. So coming in my number 10 is Vetiver Extreme and Guerlain's Vetiver. Coming in at number 9 is Terre de Hermes. This is such a sophisticated fragrance. What you get here is a nice orange and hay-like vetiver with grapefruit pink and black pepper, which makes it a little bitter. And you get woods, patchouli, and some musk. This is a great fragrance. If somebody was in their 25 and up and they were asking me, hey, I just need a fragrance I don't want to spend a lot of money on, I want something I can wear anywhere, any place, anytime, this is one of the fragrances I would recommend. The only place I probably would not wear this fragrance is if you're a young man and you want to go to the club. I have other fragrances I would probably say for that, but outside of that, I don't care where you are going, any time of day or night, this will work. This is the EDT. Of course, you can get the EDP, which is a little bit better, or you can get the 0 Intense Vetiver. Me personally, I like the EDT, but the other two are great as well. I just don't see the need for me to spend money to have the other three just to say I have them. It ain't that serious, and I'm not that much of a collector of the house to feel I need to have all 3 bottles. Anyway, my number 9, Terre de Hermes, Hermes EDT, and this was a tester. You can find these online. Coming in at number 8 is a two-way tie. I have Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal Cologne, and I have Jean Roberto's Artisan Pure. With L'Homme Ideal Cologne, I've had this for over a year. It's very solid fragrance. I believe this is overhyped. I hear people use the word masterpiece. No, stop it. What you get here is a nice citrus fragrance that's bitter and creamy, and that comes from the almond note that Guerlain Ideal line uses, and you have vetiver and musk. So it's a nice musky, creamy, bitter lemon is what you get here. It's nice. Not the best thing in the world, but it's a nice fragrance. I use this more for casual wearing, but you can dress this up if you feel the need to, but I wear this more casual. I'm in a white t-shirt or I'm in a t-shirt, some tennis shoes, some jeans. This is what I reach for in the spring. Artisan Pure, this is probably their longest lasting, their best performing fragrance, which doesn't really say much in the grand scheme of things. I might get 6.5 hours on this. This is a citrus maniac bomb setting on some woody accord. It's a little green as well. I believe that comes from the petitgrain, I believe is in here, but it's a nice fragrance. Neither one of these are, in my personal opinion, are gonna blow you away, but they're very good, nice, casual fragrances that you can wear within the spring. They just go, period. So, L'Homme Ideal Cologne by Guerlain and Artisan Pure by Jean Roberto's. Both can be found at TJ Maxx, local Marshalls for under 40 strip-a-ones. Yeah. Coming in number 7, and in full transparency, I'm not that much of a huge fan of blue fragrances. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just not. But that doesn't make them bad fragrances. I'm just not that huge of a fan of them. But I love vanilla fragrances and I need all things vanilla. See how that works? Everything ain't for everybody. But whether I like them or not, they absolutely work, man. Coming in my number 7, I've had this bottle since 2014, and that's Chanel Bleu de Chanel. This is the EDT. With the EDT, you're gonna have your grapefruit, you're gonna have your lemon, you're gonna have pink pepper, you're gonna have nutmeg, incense, woods, patchouli, some musk, vetiver. It just works. Now, for anybody who wants to know, I've smelt the other ones and I like them. I'm just not gonna spend my hard-earned money to go grab them. But I like the Parfum the best, That is smooth and absolutely sexy. Then the EDP, then the EDT. That's the order in which I like them. But this EDT works. It doesn't matter which one you have. You put it on, you can wear it to work. Any place, anytime, any season, anywhere, it works. So my number 7 is Chanel, Blue de Chanel. Number 6 is a very affordable fragrance. I got this from the outlets for about $25. And when I saw that they came in 100 ml, I had to buy a few of them. Man, and that is Banana Republic 78 Vintage Green. This is what the 100 ml looks like for those who haven't seen it, and you can hold it from the top. I do like the presentation of their smaller bottles a little bit better. It just looks better, I'm gonna be honest with you. But able to get 100 ml of this beauty for $25, is you crazy? I had to have it. 2 of my favorite notes in here is green tea and fig. You also get some bergamot, some orange, some green notes. You get some vetiver, cedarwood, musk. It's just a gorgeous fragrance. You can go ham on this and take a shower in this. It's not gonna fill up a room. I'm putting every bit of, sometimes 10 to 8 sprays on this. If it's in a work environment, maybe 6 or 8, you can go with this. You're not gonna fill up a room with this, but you get pretty good sillage for the first hour, hour and a half, maybe about 5 hours, 6 at best longevity, but it smells wonderful. For the price you pay, you can't go wrong with it. Banana Republic 78 Vintage Green at number 6. Coming in number 5 is the best $18 I have ever spent my money on when it comes to fragrances, period, hands down. Man, probably one of my best purchases of 2019. This is Frank Olivier Eau de Passion. Listen, forget the presentation. This is a soapy, clean, citrus aromatic. This smells identical, 99% to Chanel Platinum Egoist. I put them both hands side by side and smelt them both. You cannot tell the difference. This is a direct clone of it. Man, for 18 bucks, you talking about one of my favorite work scents? This is it. For 18 bucks, it blows stuff away. Goes back to what I'm telling y'all people. You do not have to spend $500 on stuff. You do not. This is mature. It's sexy. It's clean. It's fresh. It's soapy. This is a easy wear. Man. Coming in number 5, Frank Olivier's Eau de Passion. Coming in at number 4 is a Neroli based or Neroli dominated fragrance. Now, wait a minute. This is the kind of Neroli I would recommend people who don't really care for Neroli to try out. This is from Al Harmain's portfolio collection, and this is Neroli Canvas. This, yes, it has orange blossom and Neroli, which when those are combined, for those who put gender on fragrances, can come off really feminine. But wait, the bergamot and the lemon in this is extremely juicy and almost drinkable. Then you have amber, you get some musk, and you get some woods. This is a beautiful Neroli fragrance. Yeah, pretty good projection. Nice sillage I get on this for about 2 hours. And longevity, I think I was getting about 6.5, 7 hours. There was times where I smelled wafts of it at the 8-hour mark, but really just hopefully you can get about 6.5 hours out of this, to be honest. At least that was what I was consistently getting. So anyway, number 4, Neroli Canvas by Al Harmain. Coming in at number 3 is one of my favorite rose fragrances of all time as a freshie. Man, this is just a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. And that's from the house of Cartier, and that's Declaration D'un Soir. Now, if you're the type who doesn't really care for rose because you think it smells feminine, this is one you must try. You have, you're gonna get black pepper, you're gonna get spicy sweet cardamom, you're gonna get a beautiful rose, creamy sandalwood. This is a must, and some nutmeg. This is a must have within my personal collection. It's mature, it's masculine, it's fresh. It's how I would describe this, and it's spicy. That's how I would describe this fragrance. Very beautiful, 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. And number 3, Cartier Declaration Dung Swab. Coming in number 2 is what I call my Happy Juice. This is a discontinued fragrance, but earlier, like a month and a half ago, I had an opportunity to double up on this. This is the second time I've had this fragrance, and this is from the house of Gucci, and it's Gucci Pour Homme or Gucci Pour Homme 2. This is a tea-based fragrance. You're gonna have violet leaf, bergamot, I believe. You're gonna get cinnamon. I think this is black tea. It's not green. Black tea, some tobacco leaf, some myrrh, some musk. This is a gorgeous fragrance. Caveat is it performs like crap. This is more of a personal scent. You might have people smell you in the hour to hour and a half mark. More like the hour mark. After that, it sets very close to the skin. But from that time that it sits close to the skin to about 6 hours, you will keep getting wafts of it. So you're gonna smell yourself and you're gonna smell lovely. Now, other people might not smell you, but wear fragrances for yourself, for real. But I get it. Sometimes you want people to smell you, and I have fragrances for that. But this is just a gorgeous, happy scent fragrance that I will always, I try to always have within my collection. I wish it performed better. But anyway, my number 2 is Gucci Pour Homme. Coming in number 1 is a 3-way tie. All 3 of these have a boozy nuance to them, and they're all similar, but they differ. That's gonna be Guerlain Lo Boise. This is an EDT. You have Guerlain Homme EDT, and you have Guerlain Homme EDP. I also have a 3.3 upstairs tester that I own. What's the difference between these 3? This really needs to be a video within itself, but I'll be real quick. This is, all 3 of these has a mojito accord to it. This has, this is more vetiver dominated with mojito in the background and some woods. This is boozy. This has a mojito accord, a rum accord, some pink pepper, some cedarwood, some vetiver. So it's more of a alcoholic, bright mojito boozy nuance to it with woods and vetiver in the background. This is probably the best out of all 3 in my most personal opinion, because this has lime, mint, and rum, which makes it extremely boozy, which comes off like a mojito. But this is also laid upon some floral accords with some cedarwood, vetiver, and musk, I believe, in the base. This is dense and sexy. No one talks about this. I like this one the best, but all 3 of these are bangers for the spring, all 3 of them. I have to do a separate video as far as the differences between all 3 to really get into it, but not to take up too much time. My number 1 is Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum, Guerlain Homme Eau de Toilette, and Guerlain Homme Lo Boise. Whew. All right, that was my top 10 designer fragrances I look forward to wearing for spring. And looking at this, all of these are under 60. A good portion of these are under 40 stripper ones. So none of these crack over $100, I believe. Unless you get a big thing of Chanel. Well, if you try to find the Gucci, that's gonna run you now unless you get it from a store. I think I paid like $45, $50 for that from a store when I got it. But anyway, all of these, none of these gonna cost you that much money. Very good fragrances to rock during the spring. Did you like the video? Do you have any of these? If so, don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you are wearing from your designer list 2020 in your top 10. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave you the way I greeted you, and that's in universal language. Peace.